Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a plan with me memory planning for the week of June 10th through the 16th, and I'm using this Scribble Prints Co mystery. What month was this mystery? I can't remember. I'll have it written down somewhere, but this was, was this December mystery? I think so. Anyway, this was like the food truck mystery, and it just felt very summery and one that I could put in. And it's nice to be able to use mysteries where I can, and I really love the art by Dusk. So we're using this one this week, and I'm pairing it with some silver foil. I just used a confetti version 2, I think. I think it's confetti version 2. Yes. Foil bundled, and I paired it with a couple of Planet Choco things, this cute little groovy cowboy hat, bottom washi, and some cowboy little things. Cowboy, cowgirl. I just used 2 of the overlays. I didn't use the big quote ones, just the like line box ones, and I think they came out really cute. Just adds a little something else to this set, I think. It just gave me those vibes, you know. And we're just gonna color block as per usual. Yeah, there's not much else to say about doing this base. Apologies if I sound a bit weird or a bit annoyed. I'm a little bit congested this morning. I guess it's just, you know, pollen and stuff moving. But also it's kind of colder today and a bit, you know, a bit windy. So I think that's affected. Plus we had the fan on during the night because it was still a bit warm in our bedroom. So I'm just a bit blah to this morning, but I want to film this because it's Monday morning, and after this I'm going to get back into work. We did a lot of work this week, as you will see. I did 6 days of full work, which was nice. At least I got a lot of stuff done. But let's finish off with the base here and start planning day by day. So if in my sidebar I just have my current audiobook, which is Words of Radiance. I'm rereading the Stormlight Archive because the 5th book is finished and coming out in December. And they're very long, so I want to get the reread done. And it's already like so good. I've only read them once, so this second read through has been really good so far. Then I needed to finish a shop set on this day. I think I finished it on Tuesday. And then I go straight into the next shop set, which is almost finished. I'm finishing it today, this next Monday. I've just got like 2 scenes to finish and the listings. So I got a lot done this week, which was nice. Nice and productive week. Didn't quite get much done on my custom, so I didn't tick it off, but I did start planning that custom out, which I'll be doing this next week. So let's get into planning. The usual Monday start. We always have the Coffee Monday. Just because I like to put it in there. Now, I didn't get a video up on this Monday, so here I'm putting in that I did laundry, and then I'm just going to put in that I started work on Monday. Just finishing off that last shop set. It was pretty big, actually. Like, I don't think, like, it didn't have, like, a bajillion pieces. Like, the back-to-school kit, Hello Students had, like, 193 elements or something. And the one that I finished this on Tuesday only had, like, 73 in the end. But there was a lot of detail in each of those pieces. So, it was a lot. I'll be right. Alright, so finishing up that work, I think I had like, yeah, quite a lot of details to put in these last few days for the elements. They just ended up taking me two days basically. Then, okay, so what I want to do here is maybe I'll do this on the bottom. So as you guys have been watching, I have been, I've been reading my audiobook while I work. just listening to it. And then I've been reading a book on my Kindle before bed, which has really helped my sleep, like getting to sleep at night, which was never easy for me, but since starting on medication that I have to take early in the morning, it's really helped, like, do the opposite side of needing to actually sleep. So my sleep is a lot better these days. So I feel like, you know, things help more than in different ways than they intended to help, which is nice. But this night I finished my Kindle book, which was God Emperor of June. Heidi's in a grump mood, excuse me. Because it was too early for me to actually give her morning biscuits, but if she's gonna be a grump while I'm trying to film, I'll let her have some biscuits. Anyway, God Emperor of June, which is what was that? God, Messiah. It's the 4th book, I believe, in the June series. I'm really getting through them with my Kindle reading. I gave God Emperor 2.5 stars. Like, as his son says in the intro of the book, this is like it's like a middle book that's like leading up to the next like group of books. Like the next trilogy, it's in the middle, and it's leading up, and it wasn't very good in my opinion. I was reading some of the 5-star reviews on Goodreads, and I was just like, okay. Some of it is extremely outdated, which I've said in the past, Plan With Me, like, extremely outdated. And I feel like the way he writes, he doesn't quite get to the, like, meaning of what he is supposed to be saying. Like, so I'm not quite sure what his argument is, but I feel like it's outdated and not great. I liked the stuff that happened, and like when story happened, it was great. But there's a lot of philosophical waxing that is just like, a lot of pontification is the perfect word for it. It just goes on and on. I'm like, okay, I get it, Leader 2. I get it. And there's a lot of weird stuff about women armies versus men armies, and comments on homosexuality. It was weird. I just wanted the story part, but that would make the book like a quarter of the length that it was. But I've read a lot of stuff, you know. I've read a lot of things. I read the whole Council of Trent, the 1500s Catholic Orthodox meeting. I've read that whole thing. So I read a lot of weird stuff. So I got through it, but I will say I started Heretics the next night, which is the 5th book, Heretics of June. We're back into story only. It's so much better. Granted, you need to read God Emperor to read Heretics. So it's pretty annoying. But I will say the whole series is old-fashioned, so I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys are into reading, like, older sci-fi, older genre. But, you know, it's just like that. But I will say the end of God Emperor, I really liked the description. I don't want to do any spoilers. It's not going to be in the movies or anything, but in case you ever get interested in reading all of Dune like a crazy person like me, I will say the description of what happens at the end is very beautiful. I loved the language there. I just wish there was a bit more editing of the whole book. But yeah, I'm enjoying Heretics of June a lot better. There's still some of that weird stuff. Anyway, let me put in that we had Friends and Burgers this night, which is like a burger chain here. It's pretty good. But I think the main thing with June is because you've had, like, in their prehistory is that they had the Butlerian Jihad, which destroyed all machines that think like humans. So they would not be a fan of all the AI stuff we have at the moment. Not that AI actually thinks, like, if you're considering ChatGPT and all that generative image crud, that's not AI. The machine is not really thinking there, but there's no actual intelligence. It's just a copy-paste machine. But anyway, because they got rid of all the machines in June, so like they have engineered human beings to be computers, basically. Like you have they basically, the goal is to engineer human beings through breeding and different techniques to be more superhuman and to hold data and do powerful things instead of computers or robots, which is very interesting itself, but that means all the characters are obsessed about breeding and mating and breeding lines and eugenics. And it's a lot. I think you get just enough of it in the films to get the gist of it, but yeah. So Tuesday, we'll stop talking about June now because it's such a weird topic. We'll start talking about, I did payday on Tuesday, I did more work, and I did the listing, so I finished that shop set all up, which is great. That is my last release for June. So now I've been working on my first release for July, which is almost done, which just makes me very happy. And I will say, I don't know if there's going to be a difference. I don't actually, so I pay for YouTube Premium because I feel like that's the one subscription that is worth the cost for me because I watch YouTube daily. But anyway, Luck and I have we have a family plan, so if you have multiple people in your home that watches a lot of YouTube, I feel like it's worth it. Or even just as friends, if you pull together. But I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see any ads anymore. And I haven't for a very long time. But I have actually made the decision on my channel, and I started it on this Monday that just happened, so my last pre-plan with me, to turn off my monetization. I've only really been getting like 20 euros a month for monetizing my videos. So I feel like at this point, like, this is a hobby. I don't plan on like really attempting to grow this as a main source of income. So like, why bother? Especially when the advertising has gotten so obnoxious. Again, I would recommend, if you watch YouTube every day, Premium is a good investment, to be honest. You can also like listen to music on it on your phone, and you can turn your screen off and still hear it, and that's awesome. But yeah, I'm just saying from now on, my channel is going to become unmonetized, so I don't know if it still plays ads or not, if it's unmonetized. So hopefully you guys will get less ads or none. But yeah, that's just a decision I made this week. So this video shouldn't have ads, or hopefully. I don't know how it works. Let me know if you're not subscribed, if you're not premium and you don't have an ad blocker. Let me know if there's still ads on unmonetized. But fingers crossed there won't be, because I just feel like it's not worth that 20 euros a month anymore, because we're just hanging, we're chilling. This is a hobby. I don't consider my videos content. I consider it, I don't know, just sharing stuff, sharing videos with you. So, you know, I don't see the point. So thank you for all your support over the years, of course. And if you ever watch all those horrible log ads, I love you, thank you. But hopefully it'll be a bit better now. So this day we were really not on a good cooking train this week, but we are going to be in the next week. I got a bunch of slow cooker meals to do this week, so I'm excited. But we got a delivery this week. We got Yeasty Boy this day, which is like the best bagel place in Helsinki. You gotta go to Yeasty Boy, it's so good. They have amazing halloumi fries as well. We got groceries delivered. We were watching Invasion. We're finishing up the second season of Invasion. Yeah, and then I started Heretics of June. Now, we got Wednesday. I did have a plan with me go up. My usual weekly plan with me. And then I did some filming. I assume I filmed a base for the current week. I probably filmed this base on Wednesday. I did a fair bit of filming this week, just trying to catch up on stuff. I do like to have my bases planned further, and you know, I don't do them like in a big block, super in advance. I like to keep my planning weekly. But I do like to have my base for the next week done by like Thursday, just because it feels better. Alright, then I started on my next shop set, and I was very, very happy with how I was working this week because I drew the line out for the people and then I finished them. Thursday, I was able to do a whole double box scene, which takes a long time. And I started on the next scene. And then Friday, I was able to actually draw and complete the elements. I know, I worked a lot this week. And then I actually worked a full day on Sunday, and I completed the rest of the elements. I did the papers and the glitters, and then I also finished up 2 of the scenes. So I only need to do like 1 more today after this. Anyway, we're getting there. I'm trying to get back into the swing of how I was drawing at the beginning of the year, but as I said in my pre-plan with me, I think I'm getting hit by both sad, like the heat and the sun like slows me down, makes me a bit more sad, but also like literally sad, but also I think it's just been, you know, what's been in the news, what's been happening for a while now, and it's just, I am a very sensitive person, I will say that. It just comes with the territory of what I'm about. So, because I have been keeping up, I've been trying to keep up with the news, and I probably shouldn't be, but I feel like it is my moral imperative to keep up with the news. But I'm trying to limit myself a little bit at the moment, just for my own mental health. Because I'll be honest, I feel a lot, I'm a very much extremely empathetic person, and I feel a lot for other people. So it's not a bad thing. I think everyone should have empathy, but you can't let it take over your life either. So I just do what I can where I can. I've done some donations and try to spread awareness on my Instagram when I can. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting back. I'm getting back at the moment. I just really have to limit my Twitter use, to be honest. Gotta stop doing that. Okay, so because I read my audiobook, I read a lot of it this week, which is nice. We finished up Invasion this night, I think. Yes, and we also finally got the last episode of the Big Door Prize, because we finished it with 1 episode left to go. So I knew this is the season finale. They haven't announced whether it's been renewed yet, but I really hope so, because the ending, like, it leads straight into, it's a cliffhanger. So if they don't renew Big Door Prize, I'm gonna be annoyed. But I prattled on about all these Apple TV shows last week, but I really loved the ending of the Big Door Prize, and I really hope it gets renewed so I can see the rest of it, because it's a really interesting story. I just love, it's super low stakes, like almost not even a sci-fi, and that's really cool. I love a slice of life kind of show. And then, actually, it almost made me think of Twin Peaks in that sense of, like, instead of supernatural, sci-fi stuff is happening, but it's mostly about the weird people that live in this town. So we finished up Big Door Prize, and then I read Heretics before bed. All right. Oh, yeah, so when I'm done with June, I'm considering, I was thinking about reading Hunger Games. I've never read Hunger Games. They came out like when I finished high school, so it wasn't really like, I wasn't quite like reading anymore. I was like, I feel like you kind of go into that, some people, I feel like a lot of us go through that weird phase of like, you finish high school and then you're like, and maybe you're doing uni or maybe you're doing other things. I didn't start university until I was 21, but from 18 to 21, I didn't really read any books. I was just stuck in other things in my life. So I never read Hunger Games because it wasn't, it wasn't really my, it just came out too late for me to have bothered reading it. I didn't read too much in my later years of high school either. We won't get into it, but I was a huge reader in primary school, and then my life in high school was just nuts. Nuts. In fact, when I probably told them about my schooling when I was getting assessed for ADHD, they were probably like, "Yep, done," because it's like it's kind of intense. But anyway, I've told it before, so maybe some of you know about my high school experience. But ultimately, I went to 2 high schools, one of them twice, had a year off. It's a mess. So I wasn't reading a lot of books around Hunger Games time. So yeah, I never read Hunger Games. And I was kind of interested in Suzanne Collins, like how she like writes it. I don't know, it seemed like an interesting, like what she says she's inspired by and stuff made me interested to check out the actual books. And I know they've just announced another book is coming out, so I will probably look. That might be a good Kindle series for me, but it's kind of annoying because the audiobooks are on sale right now. They're like $3 each for the audiobooks on Audible, I think. So if you're looking for the audiobooks of Hunger Games, go get it now because they're like $3 each. But I feel like my audiobooks, I read them while I work, and I feel like I'd much rather something a bit bigger while I work. Like I'm still gonna have 2 more books of Stormlight to read, and I don't know. It feels like I should be reading on my Kindle before bed instead, because it won't be a hard read. But I also want to get the rest of the Murderbot series books, but Kindle books are so expensive. Like, what the heck? I know I should go see if I can get them from the library. The only thing is I have to go in person to the library here to like get a membership. And I don't know if they're going to have a lot of English on this stuff because obviously it's a Finnish library. But I don't know. I want to read them. Why Kindle so expensive? Unless, let me know, are those kind of books on unlimited? I don't know what is unlimited. I don't want to really do another subscription. Anyway. It's not like I spend that much money on other things. But, you know, I need to save money at the moment. But anyway, Thursday, my Australia set released, and I couldn't find any stickers that really went with it. And then I just went with this sunscreen sticker from a Once More With Love summer sheet because I'm like, well, so one thing about Australia is you need sunscreen, my friends. I only recently started taking vitamin D living in Finland because I feel like I probably was oversaturated with it from my 30 years in Australia. But yeah, so I did the Australia release. Oh, I loved it in the end. I'll talk about it when I haul it, but I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. And I'm actually currently considering if I won't go to Disney World next year and instead I go to Australia. Just to like, we have a lot of stuff to finish up there, and I'm pretty sure I have 2 planners still there, but none of my parents can seem to be able to find them. So I have to go look for myself, you know? But anyway, and other things, I got CDs there, Blu-rays, seeing family, obviously, drinking a Farmers Union iced coffee, which I did include in the Australia art. I just changed the brand name from Farmers Union to Heaps Good, which is a South Australian saying. But yeah, anyway, the Australia set came out great, I think. Loved it. I was continuing work. This day I was reading my audiobook, Words of Radiance, which I'm loving on a reread. It's actually like, once you find out some secrets about certain characters, it makes a few of the scenes and other characters kind of like, you see it in a totally different light. I think that's really fun. Okay, and then we got Zap Isan is Thai, yes. Zap Isan, we got Thai food this night because we really felt like it. And we started watching Under the Bridge, which was, I think it was on Hulu in America. And it finished a while ago because it was like a weekly show, but we finally got it here on Disney Plus. Because outside of America, Hulu and Disney Plus are put together and it's called Star. on Disney Plus. But anyway, so it's called a Star Original on our Disney Plus, but I know it's a Hulu show. But it was Under the Bridge, and it's like a fictionalized version of a true crime about a teenage girl who died. Well, she was murdered. We won't talk about it too much because the algorithm of YouTube will be mad. But it stars Lily Gladstone and Riley Cobb. I think that's how you say her last name. I don't know. I'm sorry, Riley. But she's like the granddaughter of Elvis Presley. Anyway, I wanted to watch it. I don't love true crime, but it is a fictionalized version of it. But it was still kind of weird to watch it knowing that most of that happened. But anyway, I really, really enjoyed it. It's like set in Canada, in Victoria in the 90s. So it just has that feel to it. That Pacific Northwest feel. And Lily and Riley were really good in it. Although I think the teenage actors stole the whole show. They were so good. Granted, some of the teenage antics was so lame. I was like, okay. But anyway, we watched Under the Bridge. We binged it in 2 days, basically. But I did enjoy it. And I really did love how they focused on the victim, who was obviously a real person, and also her parents as well, her family, which I really enjoyed. So anyway, I watched it because of Lily Gladstone, because she is a queen. She is a queen. Anyway, and then I read more Heretics of June. Anyway, the one thing I needed to look up at the end of the show, that the teen that did it, that did the dirty deed, is still in prison. So, like, I believe in restorative justice, in like rehabilitation and, you know, returning someone to life, because I don't know. But that person, when you read about the real person, you're like, well, I can see why they're still in jail. So, in fact, I think they denied their last parole because they thought they can't function in society. So good for them for realizing that. But oh my god, the teen who plays them in the show, they do such a good job making you hate them. Like, oh my gosh. I was like, that person is horrid. Who knows what they're really like in real life, but it is very fictionalized, but yeah. I still don't love true crime, to be honest. I've read plenty of true things while doing history work, which were less glorified. I don't find it good entertainment, to be honest. And it's interesting because in part of the show, Lily Gladstone, she plays a cop, and Riley plays like a writer who's writing about it, who actually wrote the book in real life and was writing about it. But anyway, she kind of like they kind of do some commentary about that whole thing of like you know, like how this isn't entertainment, this is real life, this is terrifying. Like, yeah. And that's how I feel about a lot of true crime. I'm like, I don't know if I can't enjoy that kind of content, because I'm like, this is terrifying. Like, those are people's horrible last moments. And I just can't enjoy that as a form of entertainment. I'll just read some fiction, thank you. And I very much enjoy fiction murder mysteries. So, at least this was mostly fictionalized, but I mean, I would love some more like Mayor of Easttown, The Killing, that kind of deal. More of that, please. Anyway, enough about I watch a lot of TV at the moment, guys. We're trying to catch up on stuff with our shows. So Friday we had Color of the Week. I organized my colors of the week. I still have them in those binders. I haven't put them in my cart. They're just sitting here on my desk, which still works, but my card needs a lot of help. So let me put that in. I was finishing up work this day. I think I finished all the elements this day, and I yeah, so all I had left was Papers, Glitters, and the rest of the scenes. So I did a bunch of that on Sunday. Reading my book, we were watching The Simpsons. We restarted. We only got to about, I think our last rewatch of The Simpsons, which we just put in the background. If you have one of those shows, let me know. Like when you're like cooking dinner or whatever, you just put a show on. For us, it's The Simpsons. I think last time we got up to like season 28 on a proper rewatch, and then we actually skipped to the newest season that was on Disney Plus, which I think is like 34 or something. It wasn't bad, but I feel like the story structure isn't quite there for me anymore. So anyway, we restarted from season 1. And then we finished watching Under the Bridge, which Luck was a little bit tired of it the second day, so we're like, let's just finish this off. And then I was reading more Heretics. Heretics is weirdly very long. I can't read too much of it before I fall asleep, so I'll be reading Heretics for a little bit longer. I feel like the last time I did Play With Me, I was like, oh my god, I never know when God Emperor is going to end, and then it finished on the Monday. But if you don't know, my Kindle account actually belongs to Luck, and they have, and it syncs like what you want across all your devices, and they don't like to have the percentage or the, you know, the page numbers at the bottom. So I just read until it ends, you know. Yeah, we're just like that way. We share a Kindle account, we share an Audible account, but I don't know. We read a lot of the same stuff, but I'm also, you know, I'm allowed, not allowed, but I can buy whatever I want to those platforms. And they can't do anything about it. But they also get their own stuff on there, so it's nice when we're not reading the same thing, because then we can use it at the same time. We still got to think about when The Truth comes out in December, because how I want to put this in here. I think maybe I want to put it as like a bigger box. Comes out in December because we'll both want to read it around the same time. We're probably going to have to, one of us reads it and the next one reads it, and then we just, the first one who reads it has to keep their mouth shut. Which is not always the best, but although I guess we could both just download it to like only read it off of Wi-Fi, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just cheaper to have one account, you know. And we live in the same place, so what can they do about it? So Saturday we're watching The Simpsons, and then we finally decided to get phone subscriptions. Yeah, so yeah, both of us have been here for 5 years. I think it'll be almost 6. I think it's 6 years this year, in August and December for us. And we're still using prepaid SIMs that we got on our first days here. But the thing is, prepaid SIMs are only valid for a few years, so both of our SIM cards die like in February next year. And we're like, well, we've lived here long enough. And it's very annoying that every 27 days I have to get on the app and purchase new data for the prepaid. So we finally signed up 2 phone subscriptions contracts on Saturday. The contract ended up being like €3-4 more expensive than what we usually pay monthly on a prepaid, but it includes a lot more stuff, like data in Europe and free calls in Europe. Anyway, yeah, we've been here for 5 years, and then we finally got phone subscriptions. Okay, leave me alone. I was living that burner life with my prepaid SIM, but anyway. We finally did that, so yeah. Anyway, we were just figuring that out on Saturday morning. It just happened. We're like, oh, they're not going to be valid for much longer, so we should probably get new SIMs. So we were able to keep the same number because we kept with the same company, which, okay, the funny thing is, okay, I'm here alone today, so this is why I'm just talking. So I hope you enjoy a longer video, but because I won't have one on Friday, so I might as well have a long video today. But Log actually works for a phone company, but we've got subscriptions to the other company. One of the other companies, just because, I don't know. It just seems better that way. Like, keep work out of your private life, which is kind of funny. But technically, a lot could get like 20 years off a phone subscription at their work, but you know, then work knows your phone calls and things. I know, it's kind of weird. Anyway, then we did a bunch of cleaning, vacuumed the whole place, cleaned everything up, which was nice. We also washed the bedding this day just because I kind of just wanted to get it cleaned. And I wanted to work on Sunday, so we cleaned the bedding this day. And we on our grocery order, we actually got a new washing liquid. We got, we usually use, what is it? I think it's Surf. And we usually got like the tropical blossom one, which we've been using for literally a decade. Like, we used it in Australia. Using the one scent of laundry liquid for 12 years or something crazy. Anyway, I saw that they had a coconut scent. So I was like, you know what? I love coconut. So I switched to I got the coconut in the last grocery order, and I washed the sheets in the coconut scenting, and it was so good. I love it. Sometimes you just gotta change those things up, you know? I mean, it's still the same brand, so it cleans the same way, but I'm enjoying the new coconut scent. And then I just did some filming. I think I filmed my pre-plan with me that day, yes, for Monday. And then we started rewatching the last season of Always Sunny, which was, is it season 14 or 15 or the very last one, because it's only 8 episodes and we've only watched it once. So we watched all 4 episodes across the 2 days. Oh my god, the bowling episode, if you guys watch Always Sunny, is so freaking funny. I love it so much. One of the highlights, I think, of the later seasons is the bowling episode. And then again, I was reading Heretics. Alright, let's get to the final day on Sunday, because I had to get this morning going. It's 9 a.m. now when I'm filming this, so we're gonna get into work afterwards. But first, let's do Sunday. I did do these new nails. I think they look really cute. They're very, very light on my skin tone, but I think they look nice. I really enjoy like the hearts and like the sort of groovy pattern. This summery, you know, a summery nail set. And then I actually spent a lot of this day working, like a lot of it. So I got the papers and glitters all done, and that's what I was that's all I was gonna do this day. Because I was like, well, you know, I've got Monday, I could do the scenes, but then I was like, you know what, I went back to it. Locke was playing games, so I just went back and did some more of the scene work. I'm also not 100% in love with one of the people, so I ended up drawing another person, but I think actually I'm going to move that new person to my next shop set, the travel set, and because it doesn't quite fit with the other ones for this set. And really, like, the fashion person's fine. Like, I'm just being weird about it, that I don't like it as much as the other 2 that I drew. But I think it's fine. I know if I asked Audrey's opinion, she'd be like, it's fine, Jess. So, we're just gonna deal. She looks fine. It's fine. I'm just being weird, okay? But, at least I can like still use the other person that I wasted time on. They can go into the next set. It ends up working, so that's good. Because I drew them and I thought they were really pretty, so. Anyway, I just need to, sometimes I'm like too picky about what I'm doing and changing my mind. Did you know that my moving art set, I drew a whole couple together, and I even sent like, yeah, I drew the whole thing, finished them, they were in the clip art, and then I decided when I was making the listings, I didn't like it, so I just got rid of them. So, yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'm just not sure about everything I do. So, this is Always Sunny, and I have a script for that. I don't know why I didn't pull a script out. So let me just get one now. Getting Always Sunny script. Because I love Always Sunny. Okay, and then the little egg icon I'm using because we ordered groceries this day. Then I just binge watched some YouTube and I read Heretics at the end of the night. So that was my simple week full of lots of work. But it has been good. It's been good to be productive again, getting stuff done. And yeah, it ended up being a good week. A little bit better. I guess I was a little bit down in one little bit of it. I don't remember where anymore. You know, it's not so bad, but I'm working on my mental health at the same time. But I think it was a little bit better this week, especially because I was able to get more done. I started tracking my hours as well on an app to see how much work I'm doing each day. Although I think I need to track a bit more of it because I was tracking just pure drawing. So when I was just on Procreate actually working. So I think I included doing listings as well, but I probably should add more of my work in there. Like on Pinterest and looking up color palettes and things like that. But I draw, this week I was basically drawing collectively in the day. Each day was about 5 hours of actual straight up drawing. Some of it was like, you know, it wasn't 5 straight hours, but 5 hours over the day. I usually have to stop before 5 p.m. because Luck finishes work and then, you know, they're all up in my grill. And, you know, dinner, and I don't like to work like at the night time because I need to like once I hit to dinner, I really do have to stop working. Otherwise, I won't be able to wind down for sleep because it's more important that I wake up early and work during the day. So, yeah. About 5 hours each day working on this stuff. And it still takes a long time to get things done because, I know, drawing is a lot of work physically. But I know like a proper work day is more 8 hours, so I work half of a normal person, but physically and mentally, 5 hours of drawing is enough. But then I do go on Pinterest, you know. Obviously, if you work an 8-hour job at an office or whatever, you're not working purely 8 hours. You're doing meetings and stuff. So, I don't know. I can include talking to Andre, I guess, about art in there because they're my client. But yeah, that is a finished spread. I think it looks really pretty. I love the pastel colors and the food, of course. And it was just a really good week getting stuff done in June. It was a little bit colder this week, which was nice. You can see I'm wearing sleeves. Although the sun just came out, so it might be warming up a bit more today. It's supposed to rain today, but while Luck is at the office party, hopefully not, because they're outside. But anyway, I'll stop blabbering on. I'll let you go. This is an extra long plow with me today, but I'm home alone and I can chat and hang out. It's 9:22, so we still got good time to start getting into work. I got my iced coffee, decaf, obviously, but I still love me my coffee. Oh wow, my weekly report for my phone just came up, and it says I averaged 1 hour and 58 minutes of screen time per day on my phone. What? That's pretty good. Anyway. I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Let me know how the taking it off monetization goes. Like, did you still get bombarded with ads or what have you? But let me know if that works well. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. I love you. Bye bye.